Hi, welcome to this session. We're going to talk about bringing your brilliance. And this is very important as you think about developing your financial coaching and training program. You have to create an element of your program that's going to distinguish it from any other financial coaching and training program out there. And so that's why I'm suggesting that you bring forth your brilliance. And so we're going to get into this presentation. Let me just get this open for us. All right, so here we are. And so I want to say the first thing is answer the question, where are you most effective? I mean, in terms of your own personal effectiveness. When I talk about that, I mean professionally, personally. What are the things that you do very well without thinking about it? And I'm talking in terms of financially. I'm talking in terms of your gifting, way of dealing with people, of talking, presenting, facilitating. What do you do well? And the better you are at identifying what that is and then bringing that forth into your financial coaching and training program, it is going to be the difference maker that's going to actually distinguish you from the rest. And so I want you to really think about that. Now, like for myself, for example, I have a great ability to teach. I've been told that from a number of people, that I get great evaluations on my training and presentation events. But I'm not trying to brag on myself. I'm just simply stating that is where I have a strength in my ability to engage people. And so I use that as part of what distinguishes me from anyone else when I'm delivering financial coaching, financial training, financial presentations. I make sure to bring that element of my strength into the discussion. Okay, or into the experience. And so what I'm asking you to do is think about where that applies with you. What is that area that you know that you're strong in? You know that you've done very well in. Now, for example, let's say that you've got 800 credit scores and you've done a certain amount of things to get there. And so obviously you're good at that. You're good at managing your credit. So how can you actually, convey that, in your financial coaching sessions? Or it could be you're great at real estate. You're great at, accounting. You're great at, reconciling bank accounts and, balancing everything, make sure that it's all good. So if that's your strength, then great. And so you're going to want to think about building your program to include your strength. Now, totally think about that and write that down professionally, personally, and something that you do well without really thinking about it. Now, the other part of this is that I want you to think about your most important financial discovery. So this is another element. This is something that you've discovered about finances, money, credit, debt, investing, whatever, or it could be even just money management. Whatever it is that you believe is your most important financial discovery, I want you to identify what was it? What was that discovery? And then what does that mean to you in terms of overall? What changed in your life as a result of that discovery? And finally, now this is how it relates to your program, how universally applicable is the discovery for others? So we're talking about being able to take this thing that you really understood, you learned, it changed your life, and how can we actually translate that into your financial coaching and training program? Now, this is in addition to that thing that you're really good at, okay? And it could be the same thing. You could have had a discovery that you're good at something, and that is the same answer. It could be, but it could be two different things as well. So I want you to really think about that, because now what we have to do is think about how you're going to convey that discovery, the what, the how, the why, and how you're going to convey that discovery along with your brilliance into your financial coaching and training program. So this is what, again, I believe is going to set you apart from everyone else. So yes, we are definitely talking about building a coaching intervention around your discovery, okay? That discovery of that financial thing that just changed your life, that discovery of that thing that you're very good at, that you can do without even thinking much about it. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about building your program around that. So in doing so, here is a framework that I want to share with you how you can actually get that done. Number one, let's think about the results of your coaching program. So if someone were to actually to take your information that you've raised their awareness on, this discovery or in the application of your gift there to really bring it to pass in your communication with them, if they were to receive it and do it, what are the results that they're going to get? And so you're going to have to identify and very clearly articulate what those results are. And then from there, what steps are required to be taken in order to achieve those results? What are those steps? What from A to Z, what is it going to move that person from where they are today to this other future point that they have realized that they've actually accomplished the goal? What is those steps? Then what's the duration that it will take for you to teach those steps to your clients? Okay. How long is it going to take? Is this a one-time lesson, or is this something that you have to do over a multiple period of times? Multiple meetings, a series of meetings, or series of discussions. What is the duration that it's going to take for you to teach those steps? And what else is needed to ensure their success? So is it just that they could get the information, understand how to develop the competency in that thing, and then overcome any barriers that they may have, and then it's all good? Or is there something else that they're going to need? And so that's what you're going to have to identify. What is it that are the steps, and what else are they going to need in order to move this thing forward? And then what kind of support will you provide in terms of helping them to stay the course? And so understanding how you're going to engage and understanding how you're going to help people to kind of stay on the path over a period of time is going to be very crucial, because sometimes things happen, life happens, people change, and they might want to not pursue anymore. And if that's the case, then you're going to have to help get them back on track, basically having to remotivate them. But the point is that hopefully you won't have to do that. Hopefully you have a great support system that you're going to plan for people so that they can rely on getting in touch with you to discuss with you so that they can get themselves in a position to move forward again. Now, let me say this. Coaching is definitely about self-discovery. And it's also about people taking actions that are in their own best interest, and then committing to those actions that are in their own best interest and following through on those actions that are in their own best interest. That's kind of my thing. When I talk about my financial coaching programs, that's what I help people to understand, is to take those actions. So I had to build a support system around how can I help people always think about what's best for them and to make sure that they support that in their day-to-day actions, so as you and your program and the thrust and the focus and the niche of your program, how can people continue on their path, and how will you support them in that process? And so we have a few different worksheets that's going to help you to actually do this. And so I want to introduce to you the worksheets here that are on this post page. You can download them and begin to work through them. But before you do that, I just want to share with you what they are. And so there are a series of 5 sequential steps that is listed in these worksheets that is going to help you to bring out of your head your great financial coaching program, your great financial training program, whatever it is that you're working on. You will find the ability to actually bring it out of your head and into this space, into reality here, based on following the outline in these worksheets. Now, the first one is you're going to outline your program, okay? Then you're going to create activities around to move your clients toward their results. Then you're going to develop any supporting materials, determine what your interactive elements of your program is going to be, and then you're going to deliver your program. So that's what these worksheets are. I'm going to break them down individually right now. So starting with the first worksheet, this is where you're going to outline the framework for your coaching to address all the areas relating to the clients achieving the best results from working with you. Okay? So what is your framework? This is your system, your blueprint. That's what you're putting here on worksheet number 1. This is your outline. Then for number 2, the activities. Now, this is what you actually give to your client or your participants. This is what they need to do to move themselves forward in the intended process to getting those results of your program. Okay, so this is the forward-facing steps that they're going to do. And so that's what this second worksheet does. You're going to outline those from A to Z as well. Now, I got to say this, make sure that when you're doing that there isn't any steps that are assumed or steps that you presume that they already know to do. No, list every step that's going to be required. So let's say, for example, you are doing a credit coaching program and you want to help people get above 800 credit scores. Well, then what are the steps that's going to make that happen? Well, first of all, they got to get a credit report and see their scores so they can actually know where point A is. So if you don't even say that, get your credit report first, even though it is inferred and is implied, if you don't say that, then that's a missing step. And that's my point. You don't want to miss any steps. So is there any other steps along the way that might seem insequential, but they're there? But can you put them into your framework here for your clients to make sure that they understand what those steps are? So that's what you're going to do in the activities worksheet. The next one, supporting materials. Determine what information you can provide to your clients to raise their awareness and knowledge level to further equip them. Okay, so what else do they need to know in terms of getting this done? Any information they need, brochures, website resources, links, additional stuff that you provide. What is it? What are the supporting materials? So you're going to list those out in that worksheet. Worksheet number 4 is you're going to identify methods of interaction to put in place that will work best for coaching your clients. So what's the best way to interact with people about their credit? Okay, you're going to determine that. You're going to determine what's the best way to work with people about maybe generating income or paying off debt or, beginning to invest in cryptocurrencies, whatever the case might be. What is your method of interaction that's going to really bring that to pass? And so that's what you're going to put on worksheet number 4. And then on worksheet number 5 is your delivery. This is putting in place all your touch points, okay? And establishing the duration of your program. So is your program a 30-day program and they can do it and be done? Or is it like a 6-month process, or is it a year process? Totally up to you, totally based on the steps required for them to get to the result. The point is, this is what you need to specify. It's your coaching delivery. How long does a person need to be in a relationship with you in order to get everything that you're raising their awareness on, to get over their particular challenges or barriers that might be hindering them from actually reaching the goal or getting the result? What is the duration that they need to spend with you and in execution, implementation to actually get it done? Now, when you specify that, be very clear. Now people understand what the process is, what it's going to take, how long it's going to require for them to be committed to it, and then they can expect the results. That's what these worksheets are doing for you. And notice we started out with the first thing. We started out with you bringing your brilliance, understanding what is that thing that makes you good, that makes you you, that you can bring into your coaching, into your trainings to really create this ambiance, this experience that's different from everybody else. And then we talked about your financial discovery. Okay, what was that thing that you actually came up with that you said that you discovered that's really going to change their life because it changed yours? Okay, what is that thing? So we brought that into it. And then we're talking about building a program around these things. And so it's that simple. This is not rocket science. This is basically you just tapping into your strengths, tapping into what works for you, and then being able to deliver that to the people you serve. That's what it is. You're basically serving and ministering from your own cup. That's what this is about. Okay? So go through these worksheets. Spend some time doing that. And if you want me to review your completed worksheets, then there's a place where you can upload them to me. I'll take a look, I'll respond to you, and we'll talk about it. And we can do that because I really want to provide you feedback if you are in need of that. Now, I'm totally open to do this for everybody, so please don't hesitate, all right? I just want you to get the best financial coaching program developed that is going to work for you and the people you serve. All right? All right. So looking forward to hearing from you. Go ahead, work on that, and let me know how it goes. Thank you.